So this is Guild War versus Morry, which formerly named Trap House, was one of the top guilds in pre-seasons and in past seasons before. This is versus Sepic. That series is really fast. I think I got an RNG in terms of this one. Speed RNG that leaned on my side. With Watcher Shuri, Oxlots is 300 speed. I went with like a Proof of Valor, like Watcher Shuri too, in case that RB was like a Moonlight Dreamblade and I needed to tank something. I didn't know. Second team with my usual, again, T-Siren, FCC, and now even with ML Crow in this variant. Bassar is a very good strong counter. As long as you build your Bassar really tanky, you could probably remove the effectiveness ring that you usually may have on him, because he has the soul burn, he has the guaranteed. I like having mine on like an HP ring with defense neck or something like that, like mixed, so it's like tanky, gets sustain. Oh yeah, this one I remember. All three speed tuning was really good. T-Siren got the CR boost there, but all of them were like really neatly packed. I got lucky on this Alexa's proc as well. This is much needed damage for this team. It's very tanky, very tanky. Like I wouldn't be surprised, like, you know, like 1600 1700 type of defense on both the Crow and the FCC, to be honest, and they're really fast, so pretty impressive. My RB on this one, I went with like a weird hybrid speed boot with HP ring, because I sort of know Sepic, and I know that his speed gear is actually pretty good, so I was like, okay, I can't have RB being too slow here. So he's about 200 speed, 4k attack, I think it was 275 crit damage, but you saw the HP, I think it's like 12,000 HP with like a 1.1k defense or something like that. It was enough. You saw it, like, you know, even though ML Crow ignores defense, but it tanked all 3 AoEs until FCC, of course. It was on Aliha's knife, that Tempest Siren. But yeah, this team is pretty good, especially if Prophetic Counterslink procs. Once Prophetic Counterslink procs on Singelica, you got a lot of time for T-Siren to be a single target, and in this case ML Crow as well, a single target, all hitting ML Angie. So it's like very high chance of you getting the proc. Of course, RNG is RNG, and you won't want to rely on that in a real sweaty guild war. Definitely not. I just make a comment on this as well. So that was so Sepic was a tower, not one of the strongholds or the fort. But I showcased a bit. I found this kind of interesting. I think they went for a pattern. You see the frames are more or less the same in one fort. I don't know if they sequenced that. This one's like all champs, like mostly champ RTA frames, and then this one was like all legend RTA players pretty much. I think Careless there is actually legend, but I thought that was kind of interesting. That's why I wanted to showcase that there. And then Abdar, always scary. Alright, so now we get to some really spicy stuff. So I will give credit to one of my guildmates, Vaxus, for this one. He didn't know if they were on immunity or whatever, but he was just like, yeah, Landy Cleave, and I'm like, okay, let's try it, right? Everybody's made a video on Landy Cleave, let's actually try it out. So Landy, right now, this is post dev buff, and I wanted to, you know, make this video as well, not only because, like, you know, Guild War versus Morry is always really fun, like really nice guys, and the other thing is like just Landy and LQC buff. In this showcase, I get to show both. Landy's pretty crazy, but anyways, we're already past that fight. Here, all three are fast. So this is Abdar. If you guys don't know Abdar is like has one of the like, he used to be really well known for his speed gear. Like everything's really fast. To give you a reference, my Roz is 240 speed in this fight, and so Remnant Violet, FCC, and RB are all near that. Like I think RB is like 230 if there's no speed or energy involved there. And LQC's new buff, it's pretty crazy. The Ruel there on Touch of Rekos, and LQC on Sigur's Scythe. I think I was hesitating here, just like, okay, what I do? I'm blind, so I can't really def break, but you know, I could put the immunity up, just so like RB doesn't push back and stuff. So I'm kind of debating here. But LQC's new buff is really good as well. Especially, this is a pretty prominent defense team. And I know that people like use Doris and stuff. Like SC Doris is really good for like tanking dark. So it's like she's probably like the #1 light bait right now. But this is really safe as well. LQC's damage mitigation with Roz on Aureus, and like I said, my Roz is about 240 speed. I think the faster the better. You can get the speed buff up. And then Ruel on Touch of Rekos, so that you know she's not on Water Origin, but then at least like if there's like AOE, she kind of supplements the entire team with HP. Did I say Roz on Aureus? Yeah, Roz on Aureus for sure. That heal was really lucky, that dual attack. I'm still in Sigur's Scythe, so like still very strong. I decided to go for a Remnant Violet here because I saw that I could have killed the RB anyway, but while his stack was low, but I hit him, so I got lucky on that hit. That's it for Abdur. So the last one versus Paula. Paula is also a 4. I think all this. The tower. I decided to use Landy Cleave anyway because I got really like addicted to it. Now this one was kind of like like there's not enough immunity. So if you do the calculation, she wouldn't be able to get the second cleave. But a good thing I did burn it anyway because the stealth, the stealth on T-Cern. So all calculated, by the way. She was on a portrait here. I definitely recommend probably using Drink, especially if you're going for T-Cern. But that was really lucky. I actually didn't think about the stealth coming in. But just in case if you didn't know how that worked, then now you know. So Landy's focus does reset on the stealth, because it technically counts at the end of your original turn. So T-Cern goes to stealth, but then you earn another turn. Here, I was like, that's not good. I had no idea that the Tenebria was slow. I kind of wanted to be fast, so she kind of like wastes the S3. The tuning here is just like a bit unfortunate. So that's about 180 speed, fire Tenny, and then right away I'm just like, okay, she's gonna be a counter one, which is not good. My Ruel isn't super high effect resistance, but she is on immunity. So I'm just like, okay, very, very likely that I will actually get debuffed here.
Now it's time to
and you know, getting a death break is not good. It's not good. But again, Touch of Rekos, even though it did proc there on Tenny's hit.
trespassers will be punished.
This one I'm just like, okay, now Isle of Island on Tenebria, so RB's S3 blinded my LQC. So this one's definitely not as sexy as, let's say, Abdar's fight, because I'm lacking dark as well. So to do the splash damage on the S3, you have to hit a dark with new LQC. Good thing that I have my kind of like my elemental baits in check. Here is a big decision. I'm like, my Ruel is gonna be left vulnerable with a defense break, and FCC will die in one turn, pretty much. So I decided that you know, maybe I just risk. Well, I didn't really know what I was doing, to be honest. I was really thrown back at the speed tuning. I was hoping that it was a faster Tenebria. Yeah, and that decreased speed, I don't think it just... I think I didn't resist it. I think it didn't proc on my Ruel. So I was still waiting to shake off that blind, and good thing she does S1 immunity here, otherwise it could have slept even though it did not proc. This one I'm just like, okay, do I need FCC alive? And the thing is, if I didn't, Sage Baal might be able to one-shot her, like with the S3. I think his AI is still kind of dumb though. I think he only uses the S3 when his HP is low enough though. Oh, was it? I think so. So I was like, okay, this is gonna be a bit tricky if, you know, LQC, if LQC is dead, then I'm kind of just sitting duck. But there was one thing though, my FCC is a bruiser, so DPS. So I waited and I'm just like, okay, maybe I can kill it because RB is almost dead, and Tenebria is almost dead, and Ruel may be able to kind of just heal, attack to red cost, like I said. The only tricky thing is having both RB and Sage Baal, while Sage Baal is able to like put me to sleep and stuff. Having them both is gonna be a bit risky, but I decided to take this risk. This kind of worked out that way too because she's an invincible, yeah. And so Baal had to go for LQC immunity'd, so this was very nice. Kill a full heal because Sigurd Scythe, and it killed the Tenebria for free. And then now like everybody's pretty much full health, so there's no way RB would be able to kill. Even if he did get a greater, I don't think he can kill. Not there.
No matter what awaits us.
This is pretty impressive. So people who may be on the fence about building him, that's a lot of damage. 100% defense penetration, 8.6. And it does more damage based on HP lost. Now that was a big chunk of HP lost, so that's like as potential of high damage as you can think. And it's defense penetration, so it didn't matter what my FCC's defense was. Yeah, LQC's new buff with Landy's buff. I mean, Cerise we can all talk about, but yeah, those two, oh man, they're really good. I think they're definitely more usable now in a lot of scenarios. Guild Wars specifically, these two are very solid to build if you need DPS like this. It's really good. So I was really excited, and oh yeah, and my Ruel hit level 10 friendship. And the funny story is, like, after this, it's not even recorded, but I finally skill enhanced Ruel's S3 to the cooldown. I'm so cheap. I waited till I hit level 10 to do it. So anyway, she didn't have the cooldown on the S3. That's it for the Guild War versus Morry. This is the first time we fought them as Morry. Anyways, I'm gonna end this for the video recording. If you guys have Discord, check out the Discord server. Follow me on Twitter, subscribe to YouTube if you haven't. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.